As Nigeria joins the global community to commemorate the International Day of Democracy, the Nigeria Civil Society Situation Room has emphasized the need for strengthened governance and electoral reforms in the country. The Situation Room at a press conference in Abuja highlighted key issues hindering the successful practice of democracy in Nigeria. It noted that the electoral system is plagued by weaknesses, undermining the credibility of elections and the legitimacy of elected officials, adding that persistent insecurity threatens national stability and economic growth. Nigeria ranks 128 in rule of law globally. The room also revealed that certain cultural values undermine democratic principles and practices, among others.
Security. Today is not just a day of reflection on the state of democracy in Nigeria, but on the state of the nation, and provides an opportunity to identify areas where improvements are needed. Although some progress has been made, three fundamental principles that form the bedrock of democracy: cultural values, political leadership, and the electoral process are being confronted by systemic corruption, growing disillusionment, and erosion of cultural values. Situation Room continues to condemn the breach of the 1999 Constitution and the event that led to the declaration of state of the emergency in Rivers State. This is not good for our democracy. It shows executive overreach and a troubling erosion of democratic norms, despite calls from well-meaning Nigerians to stop the state of emergency.
To address these challenges, the Situation Room recommended implementing policy reforms to strengthen democratic institutions and promote good governance, foster community engagement and participation in the democratic process, and to strengthen the electoral process to ensure free, fair and credible elections. The Situation Room has also called on the National Assembly to conclude electoral reforms and sustain confidence in the electoral process while condemning the Senate's action in the case of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, calling it a denial of her constituency.
Nigeria's democracy stands at a crossroad. While the endurance of civil rule is commendable, Situation Room calls on the National Assembly to finalize and pass into law pending reforms that will restore confidence in our elections and ultimately our democracy. With off-cycle governorship elections holding in Anambra, Ekiti, and Osun states before the next general elections, INEC will need to conduct free, fair, and credible elections within internationally accepted standards and consolidate on Nigerians' commitment to democracy. Situation Room condemns the action of the Senate in the case of Senator Natasha Akpoti and the threats that its action posed to the rule of law.
We need to believe that the person who is at the point of recording anything that we want to record in elections is a Nigerian. You all have a duty. You need to stand up. Whether you are in Rivers State or wherever you are, you need to be able to stand up for democracy.
To move forward, they urge the government to prioritize democratic principles and practices, including transparent governance and accountability.